Okay, so we have here the 2025 Women's NIT bracket here. I'm gonna take a look at here. I know I forgot to do it before the Super 16 started. Now I'm going to be talking about the other 7 who I think are going to win. Go to the women. NIT grade 8, the WNIT, the win. WNIT. Round 3. So let's see. So Washington State at North Dakota State today. It's playing at 8 Eastern on Summit League Network or Miko Sports Network, I believe, but it is on WNIT Extra, which is their like secondary channel. It's not their local independent channel. They have more freedom to air stuff that's not like, kind of more local stuff. And like, you know what I mean? So, a lot of channels have that now. Not all of them, but a good bit do though. Or they use one of their sub channel affiliates to do that over the year. And we have Washington State at North Dakota State. This is a good one though. North Dakota State played against a gritty New Mexico State team of the Conference USA. Washington State played against a good Utah Valley team of the WAC. Utah Valley upset Air Force. Air Force was the team at home, and then Air Force did end up hosting that one. And then they played well against a tough Washington State team. Washington State got the win. So now, I don't know. I mean, I feel like New Mexico or Washington State has a good shot, but North Dakota State has a little bit of an edge because they're at home. They're more of an edge though because of that. They're more of an edge than they would if they were playing on the road. Like, I still think it's like 50-50, maybe 55-45 Washington State still, but still. He brings like a good bit to Washington State. I think Washington State will end up winning this. Just barely though, I think. It's good. It's close, but I think Washington State just barely takes it. North Texas at Troy. North Texas played against UTRN. They won 70-67. Well, Troy won 85-72, so they weren't like close. They were close, but they weren't like super close in like danger though. And I think Troy is a good team of the Sun Belt. Don't get me wrong; they're third place team of the Sun Belt. But I really do like North Texas though. North Texas is in the third in the American, which the American is a good conference too. In the American and Sun Belt are two good mid-major conferences. I say give me North Texas. I mean, North Texas did follow this up Florida, the winners. So, of the American Conference, the second seed, South Florida. So I like North. I mean, Troy. I don't know. I like Troy, just because they're at home though. I do like Troy because they're at home though. One thing I like because about Troy, you didn't have to do any travel. I got an extra day of practice, So really, North Texas only got like a day of practice on Tuesday. And then they got a little practice today, probably on Troy's campus. Give me give me North Texas, just barely. Abilene Christian or Illinois State. Now, Abilene Christian did have a couple blowups though against Northwestern State and Central. Both, the first one was at home, second one was on the road. The third one is at a neutral site. And I think the neutral site can favor Abilene Christian a little bit. Because, yeah, you're still going to have a little bit of a crowd. Because you're still going to have a home fan crowd advantage. A little bit because of the fact that, for the fans that show up, because of the fact that Abilene Christian is, because of the fact that Illinois State is technically who's hosting it, the game as the home team, despite it being at Illinois Wesleyan. I don't know, I like I don't know. Give me Abilene Christian. I don't know, because I like Abilene Christian because they can blow out teams out. And they have shown that they've blown 2 teams out. I mean, competitive games. Illinois State, the Missouri Valley is a better conference than like a team in the Northwest State's cover of the Southern. And Central Arkansas was not competitive against Florida, of course, there's 3. And then having all that time they really only had like a week off though. You know that? And then yeah, so Missouri Valley is a better conference though than the WAC, I think. Top to bottom. And then give me, I'll say Illinois State. Illinois State to win. It'll be close to it. We'll take on Louisiana top. Buffalo and Southern Nia. Southern Nia is a scrappy team out of the Ohio Valley Conference. There's a lot of teams with double-digit wins in conference. And Southern Nia did win the tournament last year, but they were ineligible for the NCAA berth. And this season they lost. They had some really tough opponents like Lindenwood. You have Southern Indiana. You've got Eastern Illinois. You had, who else? You had Tennessee Tech. You had who else? I can't think who else right now. But and you have a good Ohio Valley Conference team against the good MAC team in Buffalo. Buffalo is a solid team out of the MAC, the Mid-American Conference. I like Buffalo. They have to play at Southern Indiana. But Buffalo had to grind it out against a gritty, tough UMass team. When the Atlantic 10, they had to play UMass. The Atlantic 10, which Atlantic 10 is a good mid-major basketball. Another one of those good mid-majors. They're actually like one of the best, like top mid-majors. I would say top to bottom, the American or the Atlantic 10. I would also say the MAC is pretty good. Like in the top, at the top, they're pretty solid. Buffalo is a solid team. Yeah, Toledo, Ball State, Buffalo. Kent State. Miami, Ohio was in this tournament. Miami, Ohio was in this tournament. So Buffalo has had some tough games, in conference. In Southern Yellow beat the runners up in the tournament. Campbell. They were the runners up in the tournament of the Coastal Athletic Association Conference tournament. They were the runners up. So, I mean, I like Southern Indian. I think Buffalo has it, right? I think because Buffalo played a little bit harder team in that first round, or that's first game, second round. I think Buffalo takes it. But I like Southern Indian. I think Southern Indian could definitely win it too. I think it's one of those either or type games. That either team could win. Buffalo could win, Southern Indian could win. In that Super 16 game. I'm gonna say and then in the Rutgers at College of Toast at Rutgers game. Give me Rutgers losing at Power 5 and damn. But that win against Army though. Well, they weren't in danger, but Army, did have a good showing though, for especially who they were playing. College of Charleston, beat Howard by 20. And I don't know, with all the drama going on, with the transfer portal now. I mean, they got going on with William McMillan. They had going on around this team. I mean, it is salvage out with the remaining players they got. Would be a good accomplishment, but for them. But I don't know. Give me College of Charleston, though. I like College of Charleston. I think just they better, better team. Better coach team, don't have all that drama around them. I mean, they're not. I mean, Rutgers is not a bad team. They just can't find players. When you have drama and you have different players that you have your normal injuries, you have your normal deaths. That happens. Your normal stuff that happens, like injuries. Some players just having off games. And shoot slumps. Like that might happen. Kind of tired legs throughout the year, and then slumps, but. I'm gonna say give me College of Charleston. Duquesne and Cleveland State. Cleveland State had a scrappy win over a top cup state team in the MEAC. Third place team in the MEAC. Cleveland State was third in the Horizon League. Duquesne was one of those finishers. They didn't make it the NCAA tournament, but they fought really well out of Atlantic 10, which is just all in the major conference. Again, but they're a solid team. They're known for a bunch of teams like the second, third tier tournament. I don't know about the second tier tournament, but lately, but that's kind of what when WNIT was the second tier tournament. They got some good. They were known for some good teams in there. Top teams that make the NCAA tournament. They wanted to test themselves against some Power 5 teams that did make. They're not the top, but even test yourself against against some 500 Power 5s. Against a mid-major team. That can really show you, who you are. Even those 500 Power 5s might have better talent than. Sometimes they can. But I don't know. I like, and then Cleveland State. I really do like Cleveland State though. Cleveland State is a solid team. They're gonna have a tough test against Duquesne. Duquesne had a tough test on the road, being Miami, Ohio. And they survived against Big South Longwood at home by 2 on Thursday, and then last week Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday, They beat Miami House. Miami Omaha. I don't know. I like Cleveland State. I really do like Cleveland State. Cleveland State's a solid team. You know, Duquesne's kind of a situation. They haven't been at home for a while, and they didn't know if they were gonna travel home or not. So they might have just traveled home. Couldn't really practice. For their matchup. And yesterday, what I mean? Because they had the other Division II teams were hosting on their court. So I don't know, they had to work in time with them. So I don't know, but Cleveland State's I think Cleveland State has the advantage though. Because of all the uncertainty with Duquesne and that stuff. If they were at home, so it could be Cleveland State. I think Cleveland State has more practice time. It's kind of one of those teams that you have a game, see them. You can see them in the WNIT or more recent games. So you actually got a more recent look at them. You know what I mean? So I'll say Duquesne. I like Duquesne, but give me Cleveland State. Now we have Purdue-Fort Wayne. They dominated Old Dominion in the second round game, the first game. Old Dominion that had a 21-point game. Win over Old Navy, and then Old Dominion got dominated against Purdue-Fort Wayne. It wasn't competitive at all. Butler had a competitive game against a tough UIC team of the Missouri Valley Conference. And that Purdue-Fort Wayne is hosting at home, which I think gives them the advantage. Also, I like Purdue-Fort Wayne. Purdue-Fort Wayne though is going to have a tougher game against Butler. Butler is a team out of the Big East that is 500, not even 500. They came in at 15, 17. In the Big East, they've been about in that 500. They've kind of been in that like WNIT range. Like they're not really one of those. They're not really like the top contender yet. Obviously Butler's hoping to be one of those teams that's like can gain some momentum late in this year. Kind of so their season was not where they wanted to. They salvage their season, get some momentum, and they're still feeling positive. Still feeling good momentum. And that's what they want. They want some momentum to carry with them through the WNIT. And I think Purdue-Fort Wayne stops that momentum. I think Purdue wins. Purdue-Fort Wayne wins over Butler. I think Purdue-Fort Wayne wins that one. It's not going to be like as much of a blow for Purdue-Fort Wayne, but I really do like Purdue-Fort Wayne. It still has a really good shot to win, and and they have good advantage playing at home, and they have also it's not it's in state, matchup, but still I like Purdue-Fort Wayne. Give me Purdue-Fort Wayne. They're a solid team out of their horizon. They're runners up 18-1 and lost in the conference tournament. Lost to Green Bay once. Green Bay and Purdue-Fort Wayne split, and Purdue-Fort Wayne lost in the Horizon League Championship. Horizon League Tournament, Horizon League Championship final. So give me Purdue-Fort Wayne. I like Purdue-Fort Wayne. They're a solid team out of the Horizon League. Butler is a solid team. I mean, they're not solid like top contender Big East. Don't get me wrong. They're there's WNIT Big East team, WBIT Big East teams, like Villanova, Seton Hall, Marquette. Teams that can have success. They have had success, like Marquette has. kind of lately in the NCAA tournament. Villanova did with, they're trying to rebuild their identity without, with not like a top like special recruit like they had in Maddie Segrist, but they're still fighting and seeing how they can make, as long as they, string together a few more wins, maybe against like the middle of the pack, maybe, or something like that. They can do well. So give me Purdue, Fort Wayne, Cleveland. I think it's gonna be on the top left. It's gonna be Washington State, just by a tiny little bit. North Texas, give me North Texas. So Washington State, North Texas in the top left, grade 8 game, which is also the quarterfinal. Abilene Christian and Illinois State. Give me Illinois State, and they're taking on Louisiana Tech in the second grade 8 game in Alabama. In the top right grade 8 game. Give me I'll say Buffalo. Or Southern, I don't know. That's like too close to call, honestly. I think Buffalo could, I think Southern could win. Either team could win. It could both teams could sneak out wins. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that went to overtime. Give me College of Charleston over Rutgers. And then give me Cleveland State over Duquesne. And give me Purdue Fort Wayne over Butler. So it's an all-Horizon League. It's a Horizon League conference scheme. Usually in the postseason tournaments, you don't see like conference schemes. Usually they want to avoid playing like conference teams. Like like in the NCAA tournament, you usually don't see like conference teams. Conference opponents. They usually want to avoid them, like as long as possible. Like they want to avoid like rematches that already happened in the regular season and like non-conference play, whether it's in like multi-team events, like the multi-team events, right? Like the tournaments, they have like the consolations and that thing. Because you have the consolation brackets, so like all 3 teams play 3 games in 3 days, and give me 2. And then the count, and usually they always do that so that they want to play it so it's like in like the Sweet 16, even the NCAA tournament. They want to wait till it's at least Sweet 16, Elite 8, and this would be in the grade 8, so it'd be pretty deep in this tournament. But I could see that happening. We have a Horizon League conference game, another Horizon League conference game for these teams. It would be Purdue Fort Wayne's 24th of the year if that were to happen, with this being the tournament. Then for Cleveland State, it would be their 23rd, since they got by the tournament, the quarters, but they didn't play in the conference final. They didn't play in the final in their conference championship or tournament, or whatever they call it, in the Horizon League.